What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's Tupac of DC, spiritual supporter in the building. Man, this video right here, dog, like, I be meditating, I be connecting with myself, finding more stuff about myself every day, locking more data, getting more information from my higher self each and every day. And I started to realize that I know I had there's a couple of spiritual YouTubers that I would say fake spiritual YouTubers and stuff like that. I mean, it's still fake spiritual YouTubers on the YouTube that's giving people false information, indoctrinating people to use reverse psychology, manipulating people psychologically every type of time, whether it's biologically, psychologically, manipulating, using all types of stuff, man. You feel me? Whether it's witchcraft, voodoo, ritual, spells, all types of stuff. So gotta watch out for a lot of these people, because a lot of these people is giving out the wrong messages and giving out bad energy. But like, I look at it like this: bad energy and good energy, it got meanings behind it. People just don't do the things that they do for no reason. People do it for a purpose. I'm like, what, like, if, like, before it's a any before it's a purpose, it gotta have a meaning to it. If it don't have no meaning, if it don't have no meaning to having benefits, it won't have no purpose. Gotta have some type of value and some type of benefits for it to have a meaning, for it to be a purpose. So like, this video just basically about um VontooCut, Spiritual Soul, and Young Pharaoh, people that I did went at and made a video about. This video right here is just to really talk to y'all about how I analyzed everything and how I broke everything down, because they same supporters came after me, and they same supporters was going back and forth with me, and the same people that did used to look up to him and see how the way I see it, they was on my side about how the way I come in. They was like, yeah, you is right. Thank you for putting out this information, man. We're trying to help wake people up, because some of these people ain't for our people. And I understand that too as well, but it's more than just them. There's a lot more other spiritual YouTubers I had not really did dive deep or put them under the bus yet. You feel me? But like I'm saying, dog, none of that don't matter at this point. You feel me? Like, if y'all want to be sleep and y'all want to keep getting scammed and y'all want to keep getting your energy and your power keep getting taken away from you by these people that y'all look up to, y'all can do what y'all want to do. Me, I'm not trying to do that. Me, I just want you to just try to be on my level, dog. Try to be on my frequency vibration. Try to increase your vibration. That's the only thing I want you to do. You feel me? I'm not trying to kill your ego. I want you to really hold on to your ego. I want you to use your ego. I want you to combine your ego and your soul together as one, so you can reach your higher power within inside you. Because the God is within you. The power and the main and the real source is within you. Everybody else ain't nothing but data and information and programs. But you can use other programs to unlock more information and data within you. Because you gotta understand, outside of us controlling machines and technology and the computer system, you gotta understand we is a system, and our purpose of our system is to save yourself time, energy, and money. You feel me? Be real control of time, money, and energy. That's what we gotta do by being programs down here. But they ain't gonna teach this in school. Nobody really ain't gonna teach you this on YouTube, only but me. I'm the only one that had came up with that idea. You feel me? To be in control of that. A lot of people don't want to be in control of that. A lot of people want to keep having fun like child. People want to still be adults, but they want to keep having too much fun like children. Like, you got to get out of that children mindset. That's the cause of your downfall. But like, how the way I see about spiritual, like VontooCut, Spiritual Soul, Young Pharaoh, the bad energy and the bad energy and or the negative energy that they had put out on YouTube and the bad vibes that they had putting out towards people to take people power and energy, I don't look at it as bad. You want to know why? I don't look at it as bad. It's not because I'm turning to the dark side. It's not because I'm being in spiritual darkness instead of being spiritual lightness. I'm balancing two of the equations out. You feel me? You feel I'm not magging two and nothing. I'm balancing both of them out. I'm in the middle of both of all the equations of between negative energy and positive energy. You feel me? I'm not an up and down roller coaster. I'm in the middle. I'm balancing both of the two out. I'm combining them together as one. Because in this world we live in, dog, you can't wake up and think everything beautiful, everything's perfect, till you put yourself into that existence, into that reality, into that light point of your life, till you reach your destination. That's when you can think like that. When you living in poverty, or you living around a bunch of people that don't think like you, or not living in the standards and not vibrating as you cannot think like that. So you really gotta be on your toes. Like, you gotta really be on your 10 toes 24/7. Like, you really gotta be in the gym more. Some people don't really gotta be in the gym spiritually like that. They can really put in light work. I'm not putting in the light work right now. I gotta really put in a lot of hard work right now, being spiritual. Like, this stuff ain't easy for me right now in my existence. To when I reach the level to my fully ability, you feel me, to where I'm control of everything. You feel me? And like, that's when I feel though that I'm a light worker. I'm not a light worker right now. You feel me? A lot of people make videos about light worker and hard worker. It's too different between a light worker and a hard worker. All your life you're gonna be working. All your life you're gonna have jobs. Even though you ain't working a 9-to-5 job, even though you create your own business, you're entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, you always gonna be working. You always gonna have a job to do. You feel me? Your God duties. You feel me? Your job duties, your God duties is still a job in any form, shape, or way. But like I'm saying, like, yeah, our job duties, our responsibility, and our God job duties, yeah, job duties to become a star. We all star multi-dimensional beings on earth having a human experience, till we reach the light and we spark again and shine again and take all flight. You feel me? That's all it is, for real, for real. Till we reach the spiritual realm, because that's our duty. But by us being down here in this realm of reality, this virtual realm of reality, this which I so call the matrix, we can still astral project and go to different missions when we dream, so we can see the light, and so we can see the spiritual realm, so we can get some of that information and bring it back down here and use it for our benefits and use it for our advantage. But like I'm saying, this video right here is to make it make sense, basically. Make it make sense, part 8, about this video right here is making it make sense, part 8, about VontooCut and spiritual soul and young Pharaoh is right. They right. You feel me? Or whatever like that. You feel me? Like everything that we see that is wrong, it always come to some type of situation when it's right. You feel me? It's like, this world can be real tricky, dog. This world can be real confusing. It's like, sometimes when people do something wrong, we just only think it's wrong, but sometimes it really be right. It really be right. You feel me? Sometimes we think people do stuff wrong to people. We think it's 100% completely wrong, but we don't even look at the meaning and the purpose of why they do that. You feel me? Whole time, it might have some right in it. You feel me? And I'm gonna get to them one by one. You feel me? I'm not trying to confuse y'all with this video. This video is about VontooCut, spiritual soul, young Pharaoh is right. Make it make sense, part 8. I'm about to make this make sense to y'all. You feel me? Because a lot of us, you feel me, I gotta make it make sense to myself. Sometimes I think stuff it's wrong what certain people do, but whole time it was the right thing to do. And this how I'm about to make it make sense to you or whatever like that. Like VontooCut, dog, when he made a video, I mean majority all his videos, like the video about the Free Your Mind, the Matrix, the video he made about the solution, the video in the last video, the last video he made about the hamster wheel, the wheel, or whatever you want to call it. You feel me? I understand that's his perspective. That's how the way he see it through his third eye point of view. He see that he's black and he's superior. Okay, that's cool. That's how the way he want to think it. But you gotta be like that. You feel me? You gotta be cocky. You gotta have some ego. You can't kill the ego, because the ego is what help you. The ego helps you increase your vibration. Once you kill the ego, you feel numb to this world. You feel like you don't need to do anything anymore because you kill the ego. That's another thing how I was saying that he was trying to use in reverse psychology on people or whatever like that, in a sense, or whatever like that. I mean, in a sense, some people do bad things to people and give people false information. Is because he just look at it like, I had served my purpose. Some people come down here and have served their purpose. VontooCut, how the way I see it, he had came back here. He found who he was. He tapped into spirituality. He found out who he was as a being here, having a human experience. He unlocked his DNA, found out he was God, whatever the case may be, and then started using too much of his ego to the point he went too deep into it, to the point he feels the need that all these people are not trying to be like me. It's like all these people is like wasting their time. Like he feels like like none of this stuff that I had done as VontooCut don't even matter, because he feels though that none of the stuff that he didn't work. And I understand that some big spiritual people, they feel as though that all the stuff that they talk about, it got good meanings to it, but they feel as though like it don't matter. It only matter to them. It don't matter to nobody else, because nobody else is really putting in the work. It's no different than books and resources and information that they give to us for free. You feel me? We don't apply it to our life. We get all this information and all these resources, but we don't want to put in the work. Like, you feel me? Like me, I find the resources out when I connect with my higher self. For me, connecting with the sun, the most high is the sun. For me, connecting with the most high, the most number one creator, the sun. By me connecting with the sun for the first time, that helped me find more resource out for myself. By me just listening to people, I'm not just going to automatically believe in what you truly say. I want to find it out for myself. When I find it out for myself, that's me putting in the inner work, understanding. You feel me? Because you can understand something, but understanding it is you acknowledging it. Understanding it is you putting in the work. You applying the information to your life. So VontooCut, by him talking about the hamster wheel part and stuff like that, it kind of do make sense, because it's like we on a hamster wheel, right? We on a hamster wheel, right? We running and running and running and running and running and running and running. We running to escape something. We running to escape death, basically. And a lot of people in life, they get too discouraged and they get to the point that they get tired, like he had said, and they want to give up. So he was like, once we get rid of it, if we tired to keep running on the hamster wheel, once we stop it, Once we just get to the point that we just stop it, we just stop the program, we just stop how the world's running. Because you gotta understand, the numbers, the people, the numbers is within the power of the people. You feel me? The numbers is within the power of the people. You feel me? So the more people do it, the more power we get, because the numbers is within the power of the people. You feel me? But he was just talking about, like, you know, we just on a hamster wheel, just keep running and running and running and running, trying to escape. You know, trying to reach our higher self. We just running. We just a hamster, just running, trying to escape. That number one thing, our worst enemy, dog, death. We just running and running and running and running, or whatever like that. But why won't we just stop it? You feel me? That, like, that he basically saying in his point of view that he's speaking. I mean, he just not speaking up for himself. He's speaking up for other people that thinking the same way how he thinking. But like I said, everything got a meaning behind it. It might seem wrong. It might seem disappointed to y'all, but what he was talking about. But like, if y'all really dig deep into it, it kind of do make sense now. He kind of is right about it, because it's like, for people that's on a hamster wheel, for people that's keep running and running and running and running to escape something, and every time they keep running, it's like they not accomplishing nothing. Yeah, just I'm not saying, I'm not telling you to go do it. I'm not telling you to do nothing bad. I'm just saying he is right for that, because it's like, what's the point of you keep on doing something if it's not going to work? You feel me? Just get just in it. Just in it. You feel me? Like in a sense, it's like it's more than just what we do in a day-to-day life. We on a hamster wheel. We running to achieve something, to achieve success, to be our own boss, to work, to get the finer things in life. We running and running and running and running throughout life to accomplish what we want in life. And then when we finally get it, it's like we don't want to do nothing else throughout our life, because we feel as though like it was so hard to get it. You feel me? Like, y'all don't understand, dog. It's like people that work so hard to get stuff in life, dog, they are not the happiest people in the world. They are not. They go through depression. They go through a lot of stuff throughout their life, because it's draining. They brought up without nothing. So they got to go twice as hard as the average Joe. They brought up with family. They got resources and wealth. They got to go 10 times harder. So they cannot relax. So each and every day, it's like they got to put in effort. They got to put in work. They got to come up with different ideas throughout their life to try to like reach their goals in life that they want, because they feel as though like the more they keep relaxing, and the more they keep getting close to a mindset that they don't care, the more longer they gonna accomplish what they want. So they gotta go twice as harder. So it's like we running and running and running and running and running to accomplish something in our life. But like what Vaughn talking about, kill the ego. So like our ego is the thing that is making us, that's kind of putting us behind on the true purpose. We running and running and running to accomplish something for ourselves, but we not on the hamster wheel together. We on the hamster wheel by ourselves, going to the top. I'm not saying every single body, but I'm just saying majority of us are doing it by ourselves. And we still going with the program, going with the flow. We keep doing the same stuff over and over again. Keep running and running and running and running and running to accomplish something for ourselves, but not for each other. You feel me? That's the ego. When you're doing it for yourself, that's the ego. That's why he was talking about like we need to kill the ego, because the ego is what what is creating it or whatever like that, then we pretty much would be free or whatever like that. In a sense, it's the ego, and like in a sense, and I understand when you talking about like the elites. The elite's job is to steal our energy and to try to take our power from us, but they don't understand that they is taking their own energy and taking their own power, because while us they won't have no power. While us they won't have no energy, because you is me and we is us. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of tricky how he broke it down, but it kind of all makes sense in some form, shape, or way. It kind of do make sense, because you can make a video talking down on somebody, or not, or saying this person scammed this person is walking y'all to sleep, but you really getting energy from that, because people actually entertain that and actually watching that and actually sharing that. So they really helping you gain energy from that video. So that kind of do make sense or whatever like that, because you getting numbers out of that. You feel me? You getting currency out of that. You getting money out of that. You getting some type of energy out of that by you breaking down and you making a video about that. So that's why I keep telling people, we got to make it make sense. And I just make it make sense for y'all. It's hard if you're not a spiritual being, if you're not up there at a high spiritual, even when you at a high frequency level. And you're gonna disagree with certain people about certain stuff. But nothing is never a complete disagreement when it don't got nothing to do with taking your possessions. When it got something to do with taking your possessions, like when it got something to do with messing with your spirit and your soul and your heart and mind, that's something totally different. That's when you be defensive. But when it don't got nothing to do with it, you kind of can't just completely disagree with what somebody's talking about. You kind of got to agree with it, because it kind of because at first it don't make sense, but you gotta study and analyze what somebody's talking about and see why it's not making sense. To you, it's not making no sense, but you gotta study and analyze it and see why it don't make sense. And then when you dig deep into it and analyze it and see why it don't make sense, and you go back and watch a video again, you start realizing like everything that he was pretty saying, it wasn't all that bad as what you think it is, to a certain degree or some form, shape, or way. It really wasn't, because it's like in life, it's the program. Life is a program. Like I'm letting you know that life is a program. You feel me? Affinity and eternal is something that's out of this world. Affinity and eternal afterlife, that's something when your soul and when your soul spirit leaves this body, when you transcend, when you ascend to the next dimension, to also call say the spiritual realm, when you wake up, when you go back to the main source, to the main creator, when you take your last breath. That's true purpose. Like life is like a video game. Life is a joke. Life is a game, because life is a program. You feel me? Life don't have no meanings or no purpose. I mean, life got meanings to it, but life don't got no benefits to you. I mean, life got meanings to it, but life don't got no benefits or purpose to it if you don't find that. You feel me? It's like you in a video game, find. You trying to find your way out of the rabbit hole. You trying to find what is the benefits of living? Like what is the benefit? Like what is the purpose of life? Like, what is it? What is life? You feel me? People don't sit back and question that. People just soulless. People just live day by day, living by the same program. People don't even know what are they living for. People don't know what is life. What's life is. You feel me? People don't do that. People want to look good, shine good. I understand the materialistic stuff, this and that. You gotta understand all this stuff is temporary. But when you sit back and you analyze life, you be like, man, what is life, dog? Like, what? This is life? Like, what the hell is, like, you feel me? It's so programmed. Like, life is programmed. You gotta pay to live. That's life. You gotta pay to live. You gotta fight to live. You gotta connect to live. You gotta build to live. That's life. And everything out of them things that I'll explain to y'all about, it's you gotta go through programs. You gotta go through all these different programs just to get what you want out of life. So life is a big ass joke. It's a game. It's a big pyramid scheme. It's a program. That's all life is to me. You feel me? In a sense, till you take your last breath and get the hell out of here. That's all the real. That's how the way I see it. So what VontooCut was saying, it kind of make true. Like everything that is good gotta have an end. Gotta have an ending to it. It's just like a movie. Every movie got an ending to it. But you the one creating your own movie script. You the one creating your own reality. If you create it, if you believe in faith, if you believe you in control of your life. A lot of people don't believe in faith. A lot of people don't believe they in control of their life. A lot of people are too caught up in religion, indoctrination. They too caught up in believing in a fake God gonna come back here and come save them because they don't believe in faith. And they don't believe that they're in control of their own life because they believe in somebody gotta judge them when they leave this body. But you the one that's judging yourself when you leave this body. So you really downgrading yourself as a star seed, as a multidimensional being on earth. You really downgrading yourself as a puppet, as a slave, because you got a slave mentality to your existence or to what you living for in life. So that's another thing I can tell y'all. It get deep. That's why y'all gotta be intelligent. Y'all gotta be intellectual. Y'all gotta be well connected with yourself. Because if y'all don't, y'all ain't gonna make it make sense. But you gotta make it make sense. Y'all don't make it make sense. Y'all living, but y'all don't make it make sense. I'm living to make it make sense. Because if you living and it don't make sense to you, it's no point in you living. You feel me? That's basically what VontooCut basically was breaking it down and telling y'all, dog. You feel me? And the thing that he was trying to do with the scam thing, and he was trying to scam y'all for money to get acres and stuff like that for rulership. I understand. And this is where we live in, dog. You gotta rule the world. You feel me? You gotta rule the world. You feel me? No different than what Tupac said. I'm not trying to rule the world, but I'm trying to be the one to spark the mind that that will rule the world or will change the world. I'm trying to spark the mind. Like me, I'm on that same type of level. I'm on the same type of level trying to spark the mind with the information I'm giving you. But in the same token, I can care less about sparking the mind because this is my reality. I'm sparking my mind. I'm sparking my brain. I'm connecting with myself. I can care less if you're not doing it with yourself. If I'm giving you the information, I'm giving you the resources. What I have found out for myself, this thing come out no book. This thing come out from nobody else. This come out from me. You feel me? I'm not on my phone right now speaking to y'all. I'm not in a book right now. I'm not doing none of that type of stuff. I'm doing it for myself. You feel me? In life, that's what you got to do. You got to control the world. You got to rule the world. You got to take over the world. And you got to go through different programs and simulations to get what you want out of the world. It's not about what the world can give you. It's what you got to get out from the world, because this is how it is. We living in a selfish ass, unfair ass world that you got to take everything. You feel me? So you got to get that energy and that power from people. That's what you got to do. So I understand why VontooCut was trying to give people all the information, and then he was trying to get people to donate money to get them acres for him and his woman, because he got a child on the way to build his kingdom. That didn't work. So he just on some, it is born at the top then. You feel me? I mean, I'm not saying if y'all would have donated y'all money to VontooCut and he talking about getting what y'all start building. I'm not saying if he did would have scammed y'all and he would have did his own thing. I'm not gonna say that he was gonna really do that for. But like I said, people want to rule the world. When you get tapped in with yourself, dog, you want to rule the world. You don't like you start looking at you don't look at a woman as something. I mean, you look at a woman as something special. You just look at a woman as no different than you looking at a man. Like, she just a woman. She just no different. Like, you feel me? Like she ain't nothing special. She just a woman. She just somebody that can reproduce. That's it. Like it's just a baby come out of a woman. She ain't nothing special about no woman. It's nothing. You feel me? Like, you start getting to that level, dog. Like, you feel me? That you don't look down on yourself for no woman. Like, you feel me? Like, you would like, without me, a woman won't be here. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm her other half. Like, you start thinking big headed, because that's the ego. That's what you feel me? But too much of ego, too much of anything is bad. That's why you gotta balance everything out. You feel me? You gotta balance out the soul and the ego. But that's VontooCut right there. So anybody that kind of confused about what VontooCut talking about, I have broke it down to you the best way I can. I had to try to make it make sense for y'all. Cause a lot of us, we look at it like it don't make sense, but you got to make it make sense. That's all it is. Okay, spiritual soul. He's second person on the list that I'm going to talk about. Okay, spiritual soul. He's a certain type of person that I found out on my first spiritual awakening. Spiritual soul. I found spiritual soul out. I thought he was like a spiritual leader. I thought he was just like the person that was really going to really bring unity and equality. Like, he really is going to try to help the whole world out for real. Like, you feel me? But when I started looking at him and Ash, I started looking at something totally different. Spiritual, he was so Illuminati before he met Ash. Then he becomes spiritual soul. So Ash helped him become spiritual. So he basically used Ash for his spiritual ego, that he unlocked it to create spiritual soul. So when I look at stuff like that, I was looking at it like, oh man, this dude bad, dog. You feel me? Like, this dude's a bad dude. And then I start seeing he talking about seeming retention too much, hold your nut. Like, he kept talking about stuff like that. And I kept looking at that stuff type of bad. But I mean, it all makes sense. Sometimes throughout your life, you gotta hold that in. That's that sexual energy. You gotta hold that in sometimes. That's understandable, but don't hold it in too much, or you ain't gonna be able to use it for your advantage when the time being. So you gotta balance it out too. But I start realizing spiritual soul be like, focus on yourself. Don't worry about nobody else. When you focus on yourself, everything, you're gonna come to everything. That kind of do make sense, dog, because it's like I'm at the point, like, I'm trying to build a kingdom. I'm trying to build unity and stuff with spiritual people, but it's like they gotta have some energy. They gotta have some power. as well too, or whatever like that to bring to the table. Because if I got all the energy and all the power, and they don't got no energy and no power to bring to the table, like it ain't gonna work. It's no different than a woman, dog. It's like I don't want to mess with no woman that can't really help me invest into anything or build anything with me. Like everything, we do everything together. It's no I do everything and make everything work for you type stuff. So I understand with spiritual soul not really collabing with people, not really looking out for the community. Or you feel me? He just selfish. I guess that's how it gotta be then. I don't know. Like I guess I'm not trying to be selfish, but I don't mind collabing with people. That's something I don't mind doing or whatever like that. But I'm just saying, far as energy and power, that's something I'm selfish with. You feel me? Or whatever like that. You feel me? I mean, not energy, but power. Power is like financially, your finance, your money, and like stuff like that. Like I can't be all investing into people that ain't gonna invest into me. You feel me? Like me investing to myself, that's power. Me investing to somebody else, that's like me giving out, sharing power. I can't give you I can't give you my power if you cannot share power with me. So that kind of do make a lot of sense. So I understand what I was talking about spiritual soul, not collabing with nobody. He's being selfish, this and that, because he not at that God frequency level. But you gotta understand, he's selfish with putting you on his platform, but he's not selfish because he's still sharing information with you. Because a lot of people know 10 times more than what spiritual soul know and been knowing this stuff way before spiritual soul. And not talking about it. They not talking about it. They keeping on that energy to themselves. So that kind of make a lot of sense. Or whatever like that in a sense. So like that kind of do make it, I kind of do break it down, make it make sense for spiritual soul or whatever like that. Like doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with them. It always gonna be some parts of that person you agree with, some parts of that person you disagree with. So it's like you can't 100% say, "Oh, I'm not messing with that person." You feel me? I would never collab with that person. I would never talk to that person one on one, or build something with that person. You feel me? So I start looking at stuff like that. You feel me? Like you feel me? Like you gotta make it make sense. So spiritual soul, I kind of break that down to y'all with spiritual soul or whatever like that in some form, shape, or way. And last and foremost, young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh is a dude that I found out about him though. I thought like he was some person that I was trying to be. I was like, you feel me? Like he was like off of Young Pharaoh. Through Young Pharaoh, I found Polite through Young Pharaoh. But Young Pharaoh and Polite was like the main two people that I mess with the most, that I really look up to a lot, outside of Tupac. Like Young Pharaoh and Polite was the two people I was like, man, they powerful people. I'm trying to be like them. I'm trying to, in this type of generation right now, look, them the type of people that I'm really trying to like analyze. I'm really trying to be like for real. But I started realizing Young Pharaoh been like using the race card thing with the history, with the Photoshop, with the information that I kept looking at as wrong. But I mean, I understand. It got meanings to it because it's like Young Pharaoh, and he trying to use indoctrination and fake history to get black people to stop looking at each other as the enemies and start looking at getting black people to start looking at white people as the enemies, so we would stop hurting each other and we could start protecting and loving each other. I mean, that kind of make a lot of sense. But like I've said, it makes some type of sense. I say you gotta make it make sense sometimes. But you gotta watch your words and you gotta watch out the energy that you bringing out into the universe, because some people don't know what they doing and understand what you talking about, and they might get the courage to do the wrong thing. But like I said, every wrong got right meanings to it. Every right got wrong meanings to it. It get deep down here, dog. That's how I said we not in the real world, because everything that's fake is real and everything that's real is fake. Like it get that deep down here. That's how I be telling people, don't get too deep into this worldly stuff. Don't get too deep into the program. Don't get too deep into the matrix. You got to question every single thing. You got to question the good and the bad. You got to question the wrong and the right. You know, you got to question every single thing that you smell, see, taste, and touch. You feel me? You got to question every person that's behind that camera screen on that video. You got to question every single thing. That's the only way that you're gonna understand what's going on with the information that's bringing to you into your neurons to produce your dopamine. You gotta question all the information, all the data that you getting. So I'm just like, man, like young Pharaoh, dog, I'm just like, to do a little off. He talk about polygamy, but he not really practicing polygamy. Like it just a lot of weird stuff. And then how he scam people close to $1 million, dog. Like, you feel me, for a fake YouTube lawsuit. That's another thing that was kind of making me like, that not making sense, but it kind of do make sense, because it's a lot of people out here using their money for dumb stuff. They spending all their money on all these designer. They spending their money on females only fan pages, like all this GMO, toxic food, toxic liquor, toxic weed. They just messing their money up. Like the black community not valuing their money. They just spending their money on stuff that don't really serve them no purpose in the future. So if you're doing something to scam your people if you're doing something to scam your own people for money, that kind of do make a lot of sense, because it's like, I'd rather use my intellectual intelligence, and I might as well use my energy and my power to indoctrinate y'all, to scam my own people out their money, to donate me money and give their money to me, instead of giving their money to Gucci and Louis and Fendi and the Hendall, Hennessy, and all this other type of stuff. Instead of you getting your money to celebrities and OnlyFans pages and all this designer type of stuff and GMO foods and all this other type of stuff, you might as well give your money to me, because at least I'm giving you knowledge. So that kind of do make sense. You feel me? It's wrong, but it's wrong, but at the same token, it's right, because he just helping you out. He just helping you help yourself out to invest your money into something to help educate you on life. So if he got to scam his own people out their money to get something that he want in life to help educate you, I mean, it kind of do make sense. But hey, it's how the way we analyze it, it's how the way we look at stuff. You feel me? Some people look at it like, oh, he don't have to scam his own people out to get the stuff that he want in life, to just try to help them not spend their money on the wrong type of stuff. Okay, it can go the other way, but that's how the way I see about young Pharaoh. You know, he's a professional scam artist. He's a professional scam artist, but by him scamming people, he really helping people at the same time, because he really making it make sense. He trying to help you to not spend your black dollar on giving it away to a white corporations and white companies that don't give a hell, that don't care about you from the jump. So that kind of do make sense. But hey, Life ain't fair, so you gotta make it fair for yourself. Everybody ain't selfless, so you gotta be. Everybody's not selfless, so you gotta be selfish. And every selfish person is selfless in some form, shape, or way. Only what is it required for. So you gotta understand, life, everything about life is not you can tell time up early in the morning bringing these videos. You can tell that everything in life, to a certain degree, it's not just unfair. It's both. It's unfair and fair. You feel me? But we gotta balance the two equations out. You feel me? In some form, shape, or way, we gotta balance the unfair and the fair together in life, because you can't just be fair with everybody, because everybody gonna take advantage of you. So you gotta kind of be unfair with people to get what you need in life, because you ain't gonna keep pulling out this hard body of work for free like a slave. You want to get paid for what you want to, for what you do in life. You want power for what you want to do in life. You put all this energy into something, you want some power out of that. So if you got to go through people to get that power, you got to go through people, because you deserve what you deserve. So I understand when young Pharaoh scared people and got what he wanted in life. I understand that. It kind of do make sense. You know, some people might disagree with me, some people might agree with me, but for who is required for. But anyway, peace and love, family. I had broke this down to you the best way I can, and I'm down for the golden age, for the golden ticket to make it out of here. Who else down with that? I mean, they know what's up, and only thing we doing is elevating. We just going up, and we coming back. Peace and love, family. I'm out. Peace.